spicy.
Welcome back to another episode of Spicy Chronicles. I am your host, Courtney Shav.
And I'm Adrian.
And today's episode is titled Call HR for 500.
Yep, let's call HR.
So basically, you guys submitted anonymous sex stories telling us about the time that you had sex with a coworker. I've never seen a fine man at my job because all the jobs I've ever worked were just strictly women and I'm not sexually attracted to women. Have you ever seen like a fine man or a fine woman at your job that like you was like, damn, I wish something become of this or it has become of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? If there ever has been fine men at my jobs, it's like someone that comes into the job, but never really a coworker. I mean, I've spoken to a coworker before, but I'd be like, oh my God, yeah. Like, not really.
I feel like I've seen fine visitors at my
Always
job.
Fine visitors.
But like, not that they work at the company. I'd be like, damn, like,
I'm working at the wrong place. You know what? I need to be working somewhere where I can't be distracted like that.
I remember one time, one of these girls I used to be friends with, she worked at Fresh Direct. And there was men everywhere. Of course. And I was like, girl, good luck to you and your pussy.
Right. Good luck not being the whore.
Right? The whore. Harlot.
I'd be like,
You.
That's your friend. Y'all know each other? No.
No. We just share lock. Y'all should share lockers, right?
Y'all friends outside of work?
Or y'all just coworkers? There's a difference between a coworker and a friend from work.
Right.
So, yeah. But before we get into, those crazy stories, let's play This or That, a game sponsored by This or That, where you can get to know your partner or your friends on a more intimate, spicy level. All right, let's kick it off. So, okay, would you rather an MFM threesome or an FNMF threesome? That came from Jesse from Atlanta. Thank you, Jesse, so much for your submission. So what do you think, Abe?
I want both, but I would do like a FMF. I've never done that before. So, I mean, I've never done either, but I would like to, that would be fun.
I feel like for me, I think it's easier to accomplish is the FMF threesome. So that's why I'm going to choose that because as we spoke on our last episode, it's very hard to, populate those MFM threesomes because men and their ego.
So it goes.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. This one's from Taj in Brooklyn. If you had to be stuck with one toy, would you rather it be the rose or the wand?
I'm going to say the wand because the rose is so intense. Like, I remember the first time I did the rose, I thought I broke my pussy. Like, I was like, oh, like, am I supposed to have this intense ass feeling? Yeah. Hate it.
I agree. Definitely has to be the wand. The rose is okay. It's just, like, pussy gonna be broken by month 2.
Right. Now when so what happens when you integrate back into society and now you have access to dick, right? Now you can't even get stimulated. You can't feel shit because you rubbed your clit off with the rose.
Drilled it out.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. And then our last This or That is actually about our topic today. Would you rather have sex with your boss to get a promotion or have sex with a coworker for more vacation days?
That's easy. That's easy. And I'm picking the one with the most seniority, too.
Which one?
So it has to be the coworker.
How much vacation day you getting, sis?
All of them.
I can have a whole month off. I'm going to say the boss because I know that the promotion comes with the raise. And, yeah. it'll come with the raise, and if I'm fucking you, I better get like a 50K bump. Like, you know, this coochie ain't for free. Like, you're just not gonna do that.
All I can think about, like, what if it goes bad?
I know, and then you're stuck.
Like, when it's the boss, it's like, ugh.
But I can get it from
no risk, no reward.
right. Like, even if it's a woman, like I got my coochie licked for 500K more. I'm okay with that. Like,
that's funny.
I'm not sexually attracted to women, but I hope she doesn't want me to lick her cootie cat back because it's not happening. Like, I'm like,
I think you'd be okay.
I'll be okay.
I think you'd be okay.
She'd be like, go ahead and lick my cooch. I'll be like,
just want a full swipe. I think once you do that, you'll be like, okay, it's not that bad.
Right. This is a full.
You know what? It's not that bad. Let's just have at it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for your this or that submissions. If you want to submit one of your this or that scenarios, go ahead and click the link on our description below.
This is the first time I've ever seen a woman give me head and make herself squirt at the same time. I've never seen no shit like this.
Nice.
I've never, all while standing up. So she's like standing up, bending over, giving me head and rubbing herself at the same time, making herself squirt and suck my dick at the same time. I've never in my life seen no shit like that. Never.
Nice. I'm glad you.
And I was pissed off because not only did that
that
shit get on my fucking jeans, I had to go perform with splatter all over my motherfucking jeans.
Welcome to orientation. To make sure that you're paying attention, take a sip from your drink, take a shot, or take a pull from your spliff when you hear the word job.
All right, let's go ahead and get right into the stories. Our first story is called Sorry, We Share Dick Now.
Oh.
She goes, I shouldn't have had sex with my coworker, but for some reason I couldn't resist him. I knew he had a girlfriend on rocky terms, but they were still together. Even though she caught him cheating with me, we stayed away from each other for a few months. I still was craving his tongue on my clit. We were flirting back and forth through the DM, and one day I said, fuck it, I'm craving you. Our job was having a conference in Chicago and was putting some of us employees in a hotel. We were both on this trip, and I told him to slide through to my hotel room. I made sure that I had booked my room on a different floor than the rest of my coworkers. I showered, made sure I shaved my legs and underarms, and the pussy was already waxed and settled into the bed until he walked in. About an hour later, I heard the door open, and it was him. My pussy couldn't wait. It was already juicing just by the sight of him. We were chilling in the bed, both a little nervous because we both knew it was wrong, but then I climbed on top of him and started kissing him. He started biting on my neck, which made everything water. We started making his way down my nipples and kissed them gently, then started licking and sucking on them like he was trying to get the last bit of water out of a bottle. He flips me over and goes to work on my pussy like it was his last meal. Suckling on the clit as I had my hands wrapped around his head, moaning and calling him all types of zaddies. It was my turn to give him head, and I gobbled his dick right up. He came and I swallowed everything on the menu. We took a 5-minute break and I started sucking him again until he was hard. It was time to fuck. He had me in missionary, which isn't my favorite position, but he was giving me those deep strokes where it's like, damn nigga, you not that long, but how you hitting that spot? I wanted to ride him, so I pushed him off of me and then climbed on top of him. I planted my feet on the bed and started bouncing on his dick. He was slapping my ass while trying to put my big titties in his mouth. I came on top and he wanted to do back shots. I assumed the position, like a deep arch, ass up. He started fucking me from behind and slapping my ass while I moaned and screamed his name. I started throwing it back at him and he was surprised because I'm a beast at it. Then he started gunshotting from behind. I knew he was about to come. He let out the crazy grunt and collapsed on the bed. We fell asleep the next morning. I whispered in his ear in the morning that I wanted to have morning sex. And we did a quick pick-me-up before we both had to get ready for the conference. Side strokes and playing with the clit is hands down the best move a man can do for me. I, of course, ride again and bust my nut all over his dick and I slurped it up. I would love to fuck him again because he switched apartments, our schedules are never aligned. I don't mind sharing this man's dick. I don't want a relationship with him anyway.
Damn. Dick must be bomb.
Yo, wow. What are you rating this story?
A 5.
5 chili peppers.
Giving out a lot of 5s lately.
Yeah, these stories are spicy.
Very spicy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give this like 5 hotels. They have those, right? They have those emojis. Maybe I'm thinking about the hospital emoji.
I feel like it's very slick.
Yeah, it's giving sneaky link. Like, okay, have you ever fucked with a man or anyone that you knew they were in a relationship, but you still fucked them anyway?
Okay, in my defense, when we started, he didn't tell me that he was in a relationship. And then that was the best dick I ever had. And then when we started talking again, apparently he was in this relationship. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm not
well, it's on you to have integrity, but
right.
It was on me too. So like, I wouldn't ever do that again.
I've done that before too. And the same situation set up. Like,
I did not know.
I didn't know. And then I was like, wait, what? You're in a relationship? Like,
you're just
what?
slinging this good ass dick around.
Slinging good ass dick. And that's probably why he was doing what he was doing, because he know his dick was good.
Then why are you in a relationship?
Right.
You want to give dick to everybody, then do that.
Right, exactly.
Single.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Also, like, I feel like because people have sex with coworkers, it's because it's risky. And people like the thrill of not being, or getting caught, or almost getting caught.
I think it's a bit of that. And also just like that, acting like you don't know each other in that kind of way.
Right.
I can't do that, so.
No. But then she said that the girlfriend caught them before.
That's nuts.
Like.
And you was really trying to.
And you still moving like that?
Right.
Not her, but for him.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, to each his own, baby. Like, if that's what you want to do.
That's why he switched apartments.
You know what he was doing? His girlfriend was like, either I'm leaving or you switch fucking apartments.
Is that bitch on that conference?
Show me, FaceTime me real quick.
Show me everybody in the room.
Right. All right, let's get into our second story. This one's called Movie Muncher. There was this woman I worked with who I wanted from the first day I saw her. Juicy lips, body with curves, and a beautiful smile. Just had me fantasizing every time I saw her. In the interest of time, I eventually got her number, and we went out a few times. But it was a tricky situation because she was still living with her ex at the time. They broke up, but they were staying with him because it was easy for her to commute, but that didn't matter to me. One day we were texting, and she sends me a pic of her in a towel with a big piece of thigh sticking out. Kind of like that episode of Martin when his old teacher, Miss Trinidad, crossed her legs at his apartment. That photo did something to me because my initial response was, now you're going to make me take my dick out and stroke it. Ooh. About 3 minutes later, she FaceTimes me, and I thought I either ignore it and focus on the task at hand, see what I did there, or answer and let her watch. I choose the latter, and she said, oh shit, you was serious. She lowers the towel, and her breast falls slowly, and all I heard was, hallelujah. She starts biting her lip and rubbing on her breast, but she had already got ready for work and was upset she couldn't watch me come. I told her I got her after work, so we hung up. Then I set up my phone to record a slow motion video of myself coming and sent it to her. She sent so many heart eyes, but now I really want to see her, so I asked if she wanted to see a movie after work, and she said yes. So we meet up after work. I forgot what movie we saw. I bought tickets for the back row, and for about 10 minutes into the movie, we start kissing, and I grab her neck while she put her hand down my sweats and started stroking my dick. Then she started kissing on my ear, which is my spot. She whispers in my ear, can you come slow in motion for me again right now? My goofy ass says, yup. She pulls my pants down and gets on her knees and started sucking the D off my dick.
Oh.
To this day, I don't know what she did with her tongue, but my body was twitching crazy. I tell her to get up so she can get on top, and she says no. I was confused at first, but she wanted to keep sucking my dick, so I just let it go on so I don't ruin the mood. She keeps sucking, and I tell her I'm about to nut, and she pushes me back, and before you know, I explode in her mouth, and she drank every drop. I felt 40 pounds lighter. She licked her lips and did this little smile, and I was like, damn. The movie ends, and I walk to her car, and she thanks me for not being weird about not letting her fuck, and I'm like, no problem. She says it's because she didn't feel comfortable fucking me while still living with her ex. I started laughing in my head, and I thought to myself, didn't you just swallow my cum? But I understand. I told her to get home safe, and we went our separate ways. That was fun.
She's still fucking her ex.
She's still fucking her ex. That's exactly why that is. What are you rating the story, A?
That was a pretty good story. I would give it a 4.
Okay. I'm giving it 4 film reels. There's, films out there.
Maybe like 4 on your knees.
Oh, the right. Oh, yes, I got that new emoji.
Because why was she in a movie theater on her knees?
Yo, those
in a
floors,
movie theater.
Those floors are disgusting.
Suck the dick. You in the back row.
Right.
But
you can't lean over and go.
Right.
Like you got on your knees. Oh, she was like
in the theater.
You like put up the armrest.
Right. Shit.
I feel like, yeah, you're right that she was still fucking her ex, which is why she felt weird about fucking him.
Yeah.
But then he asked the really important question, well, you just swallowed my cum. So is there any difference between actually penetrating someone or just using their juices?
Bodily juices? I mean, I think there is a difference. For me, there's a difference. I mean, I'd rather just give head, and even if you just come in my mouth, then fuck you. Because it's like it's different when somebody enters your body in that way.
Right. Someone on our Spicy Polite said that at one point in their life, they didn't think that sucking dick was cheating.
I just suck a little dick. I didn't cheat. I didn't fuck on you.
I just suck a little dick. And I was just like, that's interesting. I wonder, like, what is that thought process of not thinking that sucking dick is cheating?
Yeah.
Because the question asked, why did you cheat? Why did you physically cheat? And she said, well, I didn't think that sucking dick was cheating. And I said,
I would say I wouldn't think a hand job was cheating, but even that,
Yeah.
But sucking
dick,
that's
putting
crazy.
genitals into mouth.
But the men be like, did you suck his dick though?
Right, that's what they're most upset about.
Right?
Did
you suck his dick? Right. How could you?
Because you can say,
girly.
You can say, oh yeah, like I had sex with the guy, but they say, oh, you sucked his dick. Especially if you a head huncher.
Because it's intimate. It is intimate.
Yo, especially if you like if you a head huncher, they're like, nah, this other nigga's experience.
Right, you choked on it.
Right, you gagged on it.
Wow,
that's crazy. Well, if you guys have any anonymous sex stories that you want to send to us, please click the link on the description below. We got you. All right, we'll be back right after this.
Night. So we all started talking, and of course, we got on the topic of sex. Ain't nobody surprised, but we all started talking about our fantasies and stuff, and then my friend said that her fantasy was to have several dicks in her mouth. We all looked at her like, what? You want several dicks in your mouth? And she was like, hey, that's what I want. So then one of the guys asked, are you trying to make this come true? And she said, yeah. So then they invited us back to their flat. We drank some more. Then next thing you know, all that liquor ran straight to my clit, and I was horny, and I was ready to fuck on all these men. And this was weird for me because I never had a feeling like this before.
I feel like I'm getting to that age and where, like, after I finish my meal, I need something sweet.
Oh, they were like, I could use a little something sweet. Have you heard about these bakeries that are like making like these waffle cones into like genitals?
Coochie. Yes.
We got penis, we got coochie, we got boobs. Like,
listen, I love those kind of things.
I do too, and I'm so glad that we took a trip there because it was so much fun. We had all the flavors, all the it was laughter. It was just jokes.
Yes.
Like imagine like sitting there eating like a waffle that's shaped like pussy.
What was your favorite one?
I think my favorite one is you'll see. Go ahead and check this out. Hey guys, I'm so excited that you're joining me to meet up with A in the city so we can go to Sweetwood where they have these exotic bakeries. So come along for the ride.
These are chocolate bars. So we have different flavors. We have raspberry, we have milk chocolate with caramel, and the cookies and cream. What size is this? I want to say it's around like, what, 5 inches, 4 inches?
Is this average?
That
That is average size peanut.
and then our buddy
I mean, but the balls are attached, so is that really
Oh, I don't know if that counts
So this
for
is like maybe 3 inches in.
Maybe he's a shower, not a grower. I mean, a grower, not a shower.
Would you like advice on a sexual dilemma that you're experiencing? Take a picture of the QR code or click the link in the description below to anonymously submit.
So A, like, what do you consider like a ride or die?
Like in a relationship or like a friendship?
Relationship.
I feel like when you say ride or die, like you're down for anything, any and everything. And I'm not a ride or die, but you know, like
I'm not either. You do something. You do some.
you going to jail? I'm not doing a
I'm-
bid with you, babe.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I've seen it way too many times that people do these bids with these their partners and they come out a whole different person. I'm
not doing
good.
it.
Like,
you know, there's no love after lockup with me.
okay, like I was about to say, love after lockup. Speaking of like ride or die, you know, that type of keeping your vows and stuff like that. We have something from Spicy Advice. One of our followers submitted something, and he goes, "My wife is sick a lot, so sex life is basically non-existent. I'm not as sensitive or anything. Never cheated or disrespected her, but I mean, I need needs too. I know I sound like a jerk, and I feel like one for even thinking about this. Is it what it is? Is this the card that life dealt for me? Am I supposed to never be satisfied? Am I a jerk?" Wow.
I don't think he's a jerk at all. But I definitely think, and there's one like common theme with all our advice is like communication and conversations.
Yeah. I believe that, you know, for him, he's not a jerk for thinking it because we are human beings and we do have sexual needs.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you are a sexual being or even hypersexual, those needs need to be met even more.
Yeah.
So like having, you know, I'm so sorry that your wife is sick. I don't think that I think these thoughts are very normal to have, especially when you have someone that is, you know, sick.
Yeah.
But I do think that having a conversation with your wife about this and, you know, given her situation, I'm sure she'll be understanding.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you know that there's space to have that conversation, like I'm not expecting you to do A, B, C, but these are things that I kind of need. So, you know, not that you have to answer me today or even now, but as time goes by, like if you're not getting better or if like things aren't improving, how can I get some of those needs fulfilled for sure? Because it is important.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we kind of be like, well, I'm sick and that's it.
Right.
And it can't be it.
Right.
It can't be.
Right, because you have to be conscious and like thoughtful about your partner as well. I think these are conversations that need to have once you're married. Like, what's gonna happen when I get if I, God forbid, I get terminally ill, and like, what do we do about that aspect of our life? Because it's an important conversation to have.
Yeah.
Something to think about. So I totally agree about what you just said. Because yeah, it's it could be very selfish in a way.
For sure.
So thank you so much for, sending your dilemma. If you guys have any sexual dilemmas that you want to be answered on this show, go ahead and click the link on the description below. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Spicy Chronicles. I'm your host, Courtney Shaw.
And I'm Adrienne.
And always remember to keep it spicy.
That's spicy.